I'm David Fry, here at The View for their third annual Mutt Show, presented by Pedigree. The claws are out, the mixed breeds are ready to mix it up, and this place is going to be even more of a bitch fest than usual today. Coming up on The View's third annual Mutt Show.
First, dog lover Denise Richards is sitting in as our special guest co-host to weigh in on the hottest topics everyone's howling about. And then it's the main event. Our viewers' mutts are going paw to paw with adorable adoptable dogs that can be yours. But only one can be crowned best in show of The View's third annual Mutt Show presented by Pedigree.
To The View's third annual Mutt Show. Sherry isn't here today and we'll be back on Monday, so joining us as guest co-host today is the fabulous Denise Richards. Hey, baby.
Thank you.
So, what's going on, girl? I said to you backstage how gorgeous. There was a thing that a benefit that they did for the Heart Association, I think it was. Yeah. And she had this fabulous red dress. So I knew I could never.
She looked great.
Right. I knew I could never fit into that dress, so I wore a red shirt instead.
Thank you. But you know, I didn't recognize you because I'm used to your being blonde. This is new. This
I
color.
go back and forth.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer?
Well,
I think you can have fun with either hair color.
whatever it is, you're beautiful. Yeah, we can't have you here without asking a couple of questions. So.
Really? Let me guess what they might be about.
I'm the designated hitter. But, you know, you were married to Charlie Sheen for, you got married in 2002, you were divorced in 2006, and you have two daughters, Sam and Lola. All this stuff about Charlie Sheen, the drinking, the booze, the porn stars, the in rehab, the talking on television, radio programs now. Does any of this surprise you?
No, I mean, it doesn't. I mean, you know, this is Charlie's lifestyle. He makes no bones about it, and it is what it is.
You have two
What's wrong with him now? What's wrong with him? Maybe you know what's wrong with him.
No, it's, you know what? It's honestly not my place to judge this situation. It really isn't. It's
well, I wouldn't say judge, but do you have an do you have any idea? What is he, an addict? He's an addict, right?
I think that, you know, you should have him on the show and get into detail what's going on. I can't, you know, my concern is our kids.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. I know that you're not going to comment on Charlie, but you've got two kids, and they're old enough now. You know, they'll get teased in school, or you read the... I'm getting her off the hook.
Go ahead, Barbara, do it.
How does this affect your children? What do you say to the children about their father? What do the kids in school say?
Oldest is 7, right? You said 7?
She's almost 7.
Yeah.
Sammy's almost 7. It's easy to control what is on television in my house, but at school it does get difficult. This has been a difficult situation. So
what do you tell them?
Well, I've had to have a couple conversations with them at this point. So
And
there's books out there for any other parent going through something similar that help a child, you know, learn about different things going on.
Do you have the title? I mean, because I think a lot of people in some way can relate to trying to explain or relate what's going on to their kids. Do you recommend any books that are really? I mean,
but I want to know if you can just give us one line of what you say to your children.
What can you say? It's a very difficult situation in dealing with the subject. This has been something I've dealt with for years. This is not a new situation. There are times where his life is more colorful than others and more public than others. And as the kids get older, it's a difficult thing. I mean, I'm learning as I go, too. I've never had to deal with this, and this was a subject I had hoped to talk to my children about as they got older. Right. But it's hard. I mean, there's books that are out there, one in particular, blanking on the title. It explains addiction to children. There's images and pictures that in my child, you know, that a child can understand. Right. I don't know what they fully comprehend from these conversations. They don't know what some of these things are. So I do the best I can, and it's not easy.
Keep
We'll
them
let you
kids
off
as
the hook,
long as you
okay?
can.
We'll talk
you
about
just
other things.
try to keep them kids as long as you can keep them kids.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
what you
it's
do.
not
And
easy.
protect them when they go to school.
Yeah.
They
Now-
love their dad, and it is what it is.
And so, speaking of love, today is The View's 3rd annual Mutt Show. But the other show in town this week, was, what is it? Oh, yes, the Westminster Kennel Club show, who awarded a fabulous Scottish Deerhound, Hickory, Best in Show. Now, I think this pooch is beautiful.
Oh, so cute.
What do you guys think of her? I assume so, but I've never seen Hickory.
Hickory.
So it's
We don't
kind of
know if
hard
it's
to know the
We don't know if it's a male or female.
Yeah,
I just think it's
a girl.
beautiful.
Isn't it a girl? Oh. Hickory, I'm not sure. Female, yeah, it's
Female,
a girl. I was talking earlier, because we're going to have mutts that you can adopt, and when I looked at them, I want to bring every one of them home. But this dog, it was unusual, except the reason is that it's so large, according to David, that they're very hard, to keep at home. So we didn't see too many of them, so it was kind of a surprise to people.
You see the wolfhounds a lot, the
Yeah.
Russian wolfhounds.
I have a complaint.
What is your complaint?
Well, last year it seems to me that there were Havanese in the Westminster show.
Havanese is a type of dog.
Type of dog.
Cha-cha
That is Cha-Cha, my Havanese reading.
Oh, my God, is that audition?
Still hasn't finished. And she is my child, and the Havanese this year were not represented at the Westminster show. I would like to file a complaint. I know every time I mention her, it makes you
that's
sick.
fine.
Yeah.
Because my mutt, which you can show a picture of Tallulah, my mutt. Now that's a dog.
I think yours is cute. No, but we have a mutt show. But the Havanese are a pure breed. That's why I'm complaining.
Can I show you a picture of
M-U-double-T.
our family dog? We don't have a dog now because I can barely handle the 3 kids and water and walk them. But this is my dog Ubi he lived 17 years. Run to the litter lab that I grew up with.
I love that
And
he has
he's gone.
freckles
He's a
on the
puppy.
front of his nose. That makes me
You have a
laugh.
lot of dogs.
No, he died a couple.
Yeah, you win the dog.
I have a Havanese, though, too.
Do you? Aren't they sweet?
They're very sweet.
Bob, remember when Max, my Shih Tzu cockapoo got married on the show?
Yeah, well, no, Max.
That's part of my book.
Are you going to find another one today?
Your dog is very horny.
My dog, Max, he got married on this show. Barbara and Tony, the late, great Tony Randall, presided over the event. And Max was a major humper. Oh, my God. That dog would hold on to your leg and not let it go. And they got married, he and this other mutt got married.
The lowest moment of my professional life, being a witness for her humping dog.
You know what?
Anyway, the bride died a month later. This is what happens when you get married on television.
Wow.
How many do you have?
It's too many to count. I work with a lot of animal rescues, so we foster a lot of dogs and adopt them out. So it's very
Maybe
passionate.
you'll adopt one today?
Maybe I'll take one. I can't imagine going home
good.
empty-handed.
I love that about you. Are you going to take a dog home?
I'm sure I will.
Well, I just have to
there's
bring
one of
this
our-
up.
Look at our dogs rescue.
Yes.
These are all rescues?
Yeah.
I have to bring this up because it's not all about dogs all the time, okay? Cats. I just want to say, I have to get a new picture of him because he's starting to look more and more like Clark Gable. There's a new thing out. An article on the iPad paper, The Daily, says how more men are coming out as cat owners than ever. Male cat owners, they say that cats are much more self-sufficient because you can go out or be late coming home, and you come home and the dog has torn everything up. The cat's like,
Yeah, but you know what? Single guys or even married guys, you walk a dog, everybody talks to you. Yeah? You don't walk a cat.
you can, listen, you can walk a cat if you want to. Like, my cat would love me to walk him, but that's only because he wants a relationship. My cat wants a relationship.
With you? Not as a baby,
He doesn't
as a-
No, my cat's not my baby.
Okay.
My cat feels that because he is the male cat. He owns me.
Yeah.
So periodically, he will say something or indicate an attitude of a grown man. And, you know, I had this conversation with him last night. I said, look here. Just because you have the key doesn't mean you can come and go as you want to. You know, that's just the way it is. So, that being said, that tells you the craziness in my brain. But we're going to go and come back because we have many more hot topics.
Coming up, it's the main event. Our viewers' mutts are going paw to paw with adorable adoptable dogs that can be yours. But only one can be crowned best in show of The View's 3rd annual Mutt Show presented by Pedigree.
You know, new research shows that women of Generation Y, which I guess are young women, are losing, quote unquote, their female skills like cooking and cleaning, mostly because I guess their lives have gotten busier, duh. I mean, I don't know when these became these skills of cooking and cleaning became specific to women.
Well, except when cooking is a high art, then it's male, you know, then it's a chef, you know, but when it's just slinging this hash,
when it's at home, it's just the, you know.
Exactly. Right. But, you know, this is not just Generation Y, because in the last show we did yesterday, I believe it was, Barbara didn't even know how to open a Clorox thing. That she couldn't even open it. So Barbara, I mean, not for nothing, the woman was busy. She was flying to Egypt, she was flying to Iran, so she never had time to cook or clean. But I wonder, over the years, if you've ever picked up any idea of what these following things are. I'm just curious.
I would like to say a few things before you do, Joy.
Yes.
I know certain things, and the 2-letter words. I know boiled egg.
Good.
I know takeout.
Very good.
Right?
I know takeout.
Can I see a menu? That's good.
Can I look at the menu?
Right. Do
You
a
know,
pop quiz
I
for
know.
her?
I know boiled pasta.
Oh, very good.
Well,
She can boil
do you salt the
water.
water?
Stop the presses. Okay, wait a minute.
Salt the water, Barbara.
I mean, this is going to be
Now,
awful.
what is this? I did not get this at the gynecologist's office. This is a cooking utensil. What is this?
I would give it to me.
What would you do with
I would pick up the. If I could open up.
And there is your point right there. She can't open it.
Yeah, I would pick up the pasta. I know enough to do that. I would pick up the salad. Right? I would pick up the menu.
You could get like sausage.
She could pick up the... Yeah. All right, here's another one. Are you aware of the fact that mashed potatoes do not come fully in the thing? That you actually have to do something to them?
Listen, I'm not a moron.
That's good.
It's very nice.
Here's another one. What is this?
A whisk.
A whisk. Very good. What do you whisk with this?
Eggs. So far,
Okay, wait. How about this one? Not a sex toy. What is this?
A can opener?
No. Not a
Garlic.
can opener.
No,
Don't tell her.
come
Don't
on,
tell her.
Barbara.
Come on.
Whisper in my
I gotta
ear.
move it. I gotta move it.
Move on.
So
What is
tell
it?
it what it is.
What is it?
It's a garlic press.
Oh, it's a garlic press. Thank you, darling.
Don't try.
Please.
It's very free.
Busted.
So there, it has been made. The case has been made that it's not just Generation Y. Did you know that scientists poured over data from 140 countries and found that the more money you have, the more satisfied you are with life? Really?
I always used to say, money doesn't buy happiness.
That's right.
But money buys you someone to mash the potatoes.
That's right.
Money
true,
buys
so
you better
true.
health. Right.
You know what? This is beyond, and we've learned so much from these segments. We're going to go and come right back with the first round of The View's 3rd annual Mutt Show.
The bold-faced names in the most shocking headline news stories of their time are coming to The View to review where they are now. The mistress of murderer Scott Peterson, Amber Fry. The church secretary at the center of the sex scandal that brought down evangelist Jim Baker, Jessica Hahn. The Arkansas employee who sued President Clinton for sexual harassment, Paula Jones. The housemate who made headlines in the O.J. Simpson trial, Kato Kalin. And the guy who survived every man's nightmare after being mutilated by his wife, John Wayne Bobbitt.
David, who is today's best Mutt in show.
But my winner is Henry.
Last year, Henry was crowned The View and Pedigree's best Mutt in show, and today all new contestants are ready to strut their muttness for this year's title. Please welcome judge of The View's 3rd annual Mutt Show, presented by Pedigree, Westminster's own David Fry. Welcome, David.
Thank you.
Now, okay, so for today, we're breaking these mutts down into 2 groups, okay? Our viewers' mutts and mutts that are up for adoption at the North Shore Animal League America in Port Washington, New York. It's so cute. We are going to start with our viewers' mutts. Now, David, just tell me, what do you base your judgments on? What are the categories?
I want to see a happy dog wagging its tail to start with, and have them have a certain confidence in themselves, whether they're doing something out of control or not.
Okay.
As long as they're confident and happy, I think that's a big starting point. You want to make sure that they're healthy and in good shape, too.
Okay, great. And so the blend of the breed doesn't necessarily...
Doesn't matter to me. We all love a cute look, but I want them to be happy.
Oh, don't we all? Okay, good idea. Hey, so first up, we have Sweetie Sue, an 8-year-old terrier mix from Ann Arbor, Michigan, whose owner says she's a Disney dog come to life. Please welcome Sweetie Sue and her owner, Phyllis. Hi, Phyllis. Look at this Sweetie Sue. So now she's 8 years old. Now, Phyllis, this Sweetie Sue seems like a happy dog, according to some of the requirements here. So tell us why you think she's a Disney dog.
Well, when I adopted Sweetie Sue from the local shelter, her back was to me. And so I saw her, and she looked so cute, and I kissed to her, and all of a sudden she turned around, and those 2 ears went right up, and she was a Disney dog come to life, and it was love at first sight, and the rest is history.
So, David, what are your thoughts on Miss Sweetie Sue? What are your thoughts on Miss Sweetie Sue, David?
Well, she's beautiful. I love the look, of course, and the hair. She does look like a Disney dog. But I love the fact that you've accessorized her nicely. It's a little barrette here to help keep the hair out of her ears. But, you know, she's a happy dog. That's a good start. She's still looking around a little bit probably at the crowd and the noise, but she looks like she'd be a great addition to anybody's family. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Phyllis, is it true? Sweetie Sue is a therapy dog, too, right?
Yes. After I got Sweetie Sue, I got her certified as a therapy dog, and she goes to senior citizen and assisted living centers in our town, and she brings joy to everyone she meets.
She sure does. She sure does. Okay. Next up, we have a feisty little spaniel mutt from Boogie Down, Bronx, with a one-of-a-kind name. Please welcome 1.5-year-old Cerise Aloysius and his owner, Leanne. He's got some energy here. Okay, so, Leanne, where did you come up with Cerise Aloysius for a name?
Aloysius means a noble warrior, and he's definitely a warrior. He's a big dog trapped in a little dog's body, and he even has 3 girlfriends in our neighborhood, all 3 times his size.
And how did you guys meet?
He was actually a gift from a friend of mine who found them online. When we got him, he was really sick. We tried to contact the original owners, but all the information was false. After a couple of visits to the vet, I clearly fell in love with him even more.
Oh, and David, what do you think about the mix here? What do you think? What kind of combo are we seeing?
There's got to be a little spaniel in there, probably.
Sure.
And maybe some bird dog in here to get this coloring in here. But geez, she's a beautiful dog. I love this look.
Denise is wondering if you see any was it dachshund in there?
Is there a dachshund?
Do you see any dachshund?
There could be. I think the legs might be a
ears?
little long for that, but her face kind of has a dachshund look to it. Yeah.
That's what you're spotting right there. Oh, we like you, Cerise. Our next mutt is a 9-year-old Max from South Setauket, Long Island. Max's owner says when she saw him, it was love at first sight. Please welcome Max and his owner, Nancy. Nancy, he's so cute. Tell us about Max. So, talk about your love story, love at first sight.
Well, we found Max at our local shelter when we were living in California.
Okay.
We had been going for weeks and weeks looking for the perfect dog. My husband wanted a playful dog. I wanted a cuddly dog. So when we saw Max, we took him out of the kennel. He played fetch with the tennis ball of my husband. And then he came over to me, sat next to me, and put his chin on my lap, and that just sealed the deal. It was just perfect.
Now, Nancy, you're about 6.5 months pregnant, is that right?
Yes.
How do you think he'll do with the baby?
We've been doing a few things to get him ready for the baby, and we really think he's going to make a great big brother.
Oh, cute. David, first, can dogs really sense when a mama's got a baby in that belly?
You know, I'll bet you they can. I haven't seen any documentation about it, but there is a lot of documentation about dogs being able to sense hormones and medical alerts and seizure alert service dogs. So
And
I'll
what do you
bet you they can tell you when you're pregnant.
What do you think about Max?
Mac is very sweet. You can see
What kind
that
of
look
mix do you see here? Water dog or something in there? I don't know.
I don't know. There's a little bit of everything, but there's probably a little terrier in there, and maybe we've got some dachshund in this face too.
See, you knew there was one in there somewhere.
Yeah.
He's cute.
Maybe every dog should have some dachshund in them, don't you think?
Maybe. Let's see if our next one does. Our next
Very
super
nice.
mutt hails from Orange, Connecticut, and is quite a combination. He's a mix of Dachshund, Poodle, Australian Shepherd, and he goes by the name of legendary Pittsburgh Steeler. Please welcome 4-year-old Franco Harris and his owner, Denise. Welcome, Denise.
Hi.
So, okay, so talk about, you're a Steeler fan. Is that why you have the name?
My husband and son are big Steeler fans, and so by default, Franco and I are big Steeler fans too. Franco Harris.
Oh, wow, so that was a rough Super Bowl. But the we have David here. What do you see in terms of the mix? Is that correct, our assumption, what we gave in the beginning?
Let's stick with our theme. There could be some dachshund in here too, you know. The feet pointing out to help dig, and another sort of longish dog and a beautiful face, and then Steeler colors, of course.
Sure,
here.
that's
So
right.
Must be a lot of Steeler fans in the crowd today, right?
And how old did we say?
The vet told us probably 4 years old. They judge by the teeth.
Look at those little cute paws. We like that. We have one more mutt to show, but we want to say goodbye to Mr. Franco here. Our last viewer mutt is a gentle giant from Medford, New Jersey, and he may be our most exotic combination yet. He's Rhodesian Ridgeback Redbone Coonhound with a little Vishla thrown in. Please welcome 2.5-year-old Marlo and his owner, Audrey. Okay, Audrey, obviously a crowd pleaser, showstopper here. Do you have any idea how much Marlo weighs?
He's 105 pounds of sweetness.
What a pretty color, too.
Thank you.
Now, is this, okay, what kind, this is a big, have you ever seen this combination before, David?
No, he's obviously got some ridgeback in him from the ridge that's back here, but he's a little bit more substantive than ridgebacks are, and he's got this huge, beautiful head that probably comes from the hound part of him, and these ears obviously come from the hound part of him too. But you know, in a scent hound, the ears are used to help gather the scent when they put their face on the ground, and it brings the scent to their nose. But he's got that look, and look at these feet. Oh my God!
This is a big. Now this dog needs some space room. Denise, do you have any dogs this size at home?
I'm not as big as this one, but I have labs and.
Oh my gosh, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now we want to actually bring all of our viewers' mutts out right now. So come on out, our friends, and we're gonna come on down here, Denise, too. Oh. Okay. I think they're enjoying their moment here. David, which viewer's mutt is a contender for best mutt in show?
Well, I like them all. You know, I say all the time at the dog show we don't have enough blue ribbons, do we?
No. What do you think?
Well, I love them all. I love the look of all of them. But Sweetie Sue, in spite of the view she's given you here, she's my choice for this group.
Good job, Sweetie Sue. Hey, next up are mutts that you may want to make your own because they're all up for adoption, and we are going to be right back with them. Oh, Sweetie Sue, congratulations.
Okay, we are back with Westminster's own David Fry, a judge of The View's third annual Mutt Show presented by Pedigree. They're talking out there. Yeah. Now pay close attention, because every mutt you're about to meet can be yours. I want to adopt every one of them. They are all up for adoption from the North Shore Animal League America in Port Washington, New York. So let's meet our first adoptable mutt. Her name is Sassy. She's a one-year-old lab border collie mix who is sweet, lovable, ready to show her family that she's great with commands. Sassy and her handler, James. James, tell us more about Sassy. Tell us about Sassy.
Sassy is a one-year-old Labrador border collie mix. She was found abandoned in a construction site in Georgia. She was given into animal care and control down there. Yeah. We found out about her and had her transported up to us in North Shore.
Somebody just abandoned the poor girl?
Yeah, she was found.
That's horrible.
Well, most of these dogs have been abandoned.
That's awful.
Yeah. What kind of a family, David, should Sassy be with?
Listening to the lab part of it, which you can see in a border collie, that's got to be an active family. Probably somebody with little older kids, maybe 8, 9, 10 years old or older, that can keep up with the dog.
So is she sweet? Is she a sweet dog?
Oh, she's real sweet, and she loves children. She loves kids, everybody.
I had a moment with her in the back where she snuggled right up to me, so she is a sweetheart.
Okay. I tell you, every one of these, they're so, how can anyone abandon them? Okay, next up is Chocolate Chip, a 2-year-old terrier mix. And he is looking for a permanent home with a family he can play with during the day and give hugs to at night. Welcome, Chocolate Chip and his handler, Byron. Tell us about Chocolate Chip.
It's about like a Benji sort of dog.
Yeah, he's a Benji dog, yes. Has a little terrier probably in the face, and from the coat, you know, the wiry kind of coat. Happy guy. Tail looks like a terrier tail, a little longer, but he's happy.
Who would he be good with, David?
Yeah.
Who should adopt?
Yeah, what kind of people?
Who should adopt?
You always should be the alpha dog in your family, so you better be smarter than your dog. I think with an active dog especially, you want to make sure that you're providing enrichment activities for them. So I would say somebody that is going to have some time to be home with the dog and not somebody who's working all the time.
Byron, you've been with this dog. Tell us about why you love this dog.
Well, first off, I want to say that all the dogs here today, all the North Shore dogs here today are Mutt-agrees, and you know, all their unique qualities make them very special. Chocolate Chip is actually from Georgia. Her family gave her up because of financial hardship.
That's probably happening a lot right now in the country.
We see our fair share,
But the North Shore Animal League does not put any animals to sleep.
We do not put any animals to sleep.
So, remember again that all of the dogs you are looking at are available for adoption.
Chocolate Chip is actually here today to find a permanent, loving home.
Okay.
And she loves to give hugs. She's sweet and gentle.
All right. Well, next we have Kendra. Kendra is a 5-month-old Schnauzer mix. Out of all the dogs here, she's the biggest ball of energy. Please welcome Kendra and her handler, Susan. Okay, Kendra. Susan, we can see what she's like. Tell us a little bit. This better be a family that can take care of an active dog.
I think that's it. Exactly. You can hear him woofing in the back amongst his opponents.
But tell us a little bit about Kendra.
Kendra's a 5-month-old puppy. She's the youngest member of our cast today.
She's a baby.
She's still a baby.
Maybe that's why she's so active.
Yes, she has puppy energy.
Yeah.
So she would do well in a home with a family with an active lifestyle and hopefully another dog to play around with.
A lot of exercise.
A lot of exercise.
Yeah, if one wants to adopt these dogs, do they call us? Do they call you? What do we do?
They can go onto the North Shore website and go there.
And the View's website. Okay, Kendra, bounce out of here. And next we have after Kendra, we are going to have what? Well, now we have Cable. Beautiful. This is Cable, a 1-year-old shepherd mix. Cable has a great personality, we're told, loves to play with both dogs and cats.
That's important.
Yeah, please welcome Cable and his handler, Mike.
Good boy.
Mike, describe Cable to us.
Cable's a rescue from Georgia also. He was wandering in a neighborhood for several weeks was picked up by animal control. He did have a tag on him. They tried to contact the owners. They wanted nothing to do with reclaiming him. He was pulled off a euthanasia list by a Georgia rescue group, and we were able to get him up to North Shore.
And he looks very thin, David. Is he especially
He looks a little
thin?
lean, but you know, a good family would put that weight right back on him. But you can see he wants to be loved. And when I hear stories like that, it's a recurring thought that I have, that there are no bad dogs, only bad owners.
You bet. Who would be good for Cable to live with? David? Who would be good for Cable to live with?
Well, I think it's going to have to be somebody with a lot of time on their hands, because it looks to me like he's been beat up a little bit and needs some loving attention.
People have to know dogs now detect cancer, they detect bombs, they detect drugs. They're good companions. They help people who are blind. I mean, don't mistreat your dogs. If I had to say anything else today, it's that.
Yeah, you just can't understand how anybody could. Well, let me show you our final adoptable. Mutt is a Missy, a 5-month-old bulldog pug mix who loves to strut her stuff. She is looking for a family to give her lots of guidance and love. Missy and her handler, Tristan. So, Tristan, when people hear, when people hear a bulldog, pug, is that an easy animal to take care of?
It's a gorgeous
easy animal to take care of.
Bulldogs can have a few breathing issues, that kind of thing. They're like a flat-nosed dog, so that's something you want to keep in mind. She is mixed with a pug, however, so it can change things up a little bit.
So the breathing issue a little bit.
Exactly. Yes.
She's a baby. She's only 5 months.
She is 6 months old, and she actually came to us from a family who purchased her at a pet store. And she was a small puppy, and as she began to grow, they decided she was too big, and they gave her up.
Yeah,
and they didn't want her. That's
an
important thing to remember.
Sometimes when you bring a dog to a child that's too young to appreciate. David, good family for this dog?
I think it's a family dog. It needs kids in its life. Bulldogs love children and love people, and it's going to need probably some real attentive care to the mouth, but. You can see that tongue's hanging out.
So let's bring out all our adoptable mutts out and hope that we can find a home for them. Okay, so David, you wanna pick the best mutton show?
Did one of them poop? I smell something.
That's what dogs do.
They do.
Quick.
Again, I love them all. I wish I had more blue ribbons, but I'm taking Cable.
Okay, thank you. This is Cable. Cable knows he's loved. When we come back, we are going to crown the best in show of the View's 3rd annual Mutt Show, presented by Pedigree. Happy dogs!
The bold-faced names in the most shocking headline news stories of their time are coming to The View to review where they are now. The mistress of murderer Scott Peterson, Amber Fry. The church secretary at the center of the sex scandal that brought down evangelist Jim Baker, Jessica Hahn. The Arkansas employee who sued President Clinton for sexual harassment, Paula Jones. The housemate who made headlines in the O.J. Simpson trial, Kato Kalin. And the guy who survived every man's nightmare after being mutilated by his wife, John Wayne Bobbitt.
And we're about to name The View and Pedigree's best mutt in show. Our best viewer mutt is Sweetie Sue from Ann Arbor, Michigan. And the best mutt up for adoption at the North Shore Animal League is Cable.
Can I just give an award for Phyllis for brushing Sweetie Pea and making her look? That's a job in itself. Yeah.
What utensil would she use?
Before we name Best Mutt and Show, we have a special trophy for the Mutt with the most heart. David, who's getting Pedigree's Dogs Rule Award.
Well, we've been hearing her all day long. I think the Pedigree Award goes to Kendra.
Oh, Kendra. Congratulations, we have a trophy for you. Good job, Kendra.
Put it down. I'll hold
And
this for you.
now, the moment we have all been waiting for. David, who is today's Best Mutt and Show and the winner of a 2-year supply of Pedigree dog food?
I love them both. And Sweetie Sue was great to me because she's a therapy dog after my own angel on all these therapy dogs. That's wonderful. But my Best in Show dog won it with 1 ear up and 1 ear flopped, and that's Cable.
Trophy up. Hey, all of our viewer mutts are going home with a year's supply of Pedigree dog food. And you go for it, Cable. And on behalf of today's winning mutt, we are thrilled to present this check for $10,000 from the Pedigree brand to the North Shore Animal League in recognition for all that they do to help find dogs loving homes. We're so grateful for that, and today's been fantastic.
And if you're interested in adopting any of the North Shore Animal League dogs, and I'm suggesting that if you are looking to adopt, they're the guys to go to. Check out our website and see if you find a dog that's right for you. And we'll be right back.
But Denise, you have a lot of dogs, and you said you might adopt one of these?
Yeah, I have my eye on Missy.
On Missy, okay. Okay, now I want to show you Cable. Cable, sit. Cable, wait, sit. Okay, Cable, sit. Got it? Sit. Well, she will, but I'll make it yet.
Just so you guys know, the members of our studio audience are going home with Pedigree gift bags. Thank you, Denise, for coming to us. It was a pleasure. Everybody else, have a great day. Take a little time to enjoy the view and call North Shore.
Here comes a brand new Super Nanny tonight at 8, 7 Central on ABC.